Hello and welcome to the show. Today I am playing a rather fantastic little game. This is Rise of Industry. I got sent a code to this one. Thank you very much to the developers and so on for that, because I am thoroughly enjoying myself with this. It is all about setting up, well, funnily enough, industries. FailRace Industries are going to expand from not just making cars, but for moving goods around and, well, hopefully building some stuff as well. But yeah, the way it's going to pan out. What are you guys doing down over here? The city. Oh, there's some fish in the lake. That's what they're going after. Fair enough to them. Yeah, the way it pans out, we've got these various little towns that we can choose to supply with goods. If you ever played Transport Tycoon, that sort of game, you'll get the rough idea. This is, I think you can play it just as a transport magnate. You can play it, there is plenty of sort of logistical stuff, so you could play it with sort of trucks and boats and trains and so on, moving goods around the cities themselves. Produce, of course, we are going to be producing stuff ourselves. Now, I've started off with 25 million. This is just on a small map. All the maps randomly generated. Cities, as you saw there, will grow on their own. They will do their own thing. I think new towns and cities can pop up as you go. Probably depends on where you're kind of working as well. So yeah, the maps will change and evolve as you play through them. We need to find a place. We need to find somewhere to start our work. Now, the best thing to do is to check the towns that we have, you know, already around the map. So at Longartbury, we've got a farmer's market, so kind of raw materials from various farmings can be sold here. Apparently milk is in high demand over at this area. Okay, we could probably work with that. So construction goods, things like ceramics, plastics, steel. Ceramics and plastics are in high demand, so you get extra money for those. Things like rubber, for example, not in massively high demand. They've got a deli and a diner. Now, we're probably not going to quite get to this stage where you've got to have lots of different complicated ingredients going into making something. That seems like a pretty decent place. We could probably get some farming on the go around here, get some cows, get some milk, and that would be a good way to start getting some money. Over here, Tilmcott, they've got construction goods, a deli, and another farmer's market. So again, they want some vegetables and some berries. The construction goods, yeah, not a huge. We don't have actually very many. I was hoping for like a general store somewhere, but apparently none of these guys have got those. Construction goods wholesale, hardware store. So they want some dye, they want some fabric. They don't want refined oil or cardboard or paper. Well, the paper's okay. Paper's quite a nice, easy one to start with on here. And you up here, you have got there we go. We've got some cardboard and some cartons and so on the go quite early on as well. Okay, that might not be a bad idea actually. Starting up here, dye ceramics are on the up in this part as well. Okay, so there's also some oil that we could expand to in the near future. I like that idea. So maybe we'll start up here. Now, when it comes to, you know, starting of our buildings and so on, you have to buy a permit. So you see all of these little lines around will separate the various towns' areas. If there isn't a town in an area to buy a permit from, you have sort of a region centre that you then buy the permit from. Going to cost a little bit of money. We've got plenty to work with, but it does kind of, certainly if you're in sort of career mode and so on, does kind of force you to focus on one area to begin with, rather than just sort of building a bit over here and a bit over down there and somewhere over there. It kind of focuses you, if you like. So we will go and start working over here. They've got some gas, they've got some oil, and they've got some lumber. We're focusing on the lumber for now. So yes, we will purchase a permit from you, and we will get we want to go into, I can't remember what it's called now, but the gathering, I think. So, lumberyard. Now, if we build it too close to the town itself, we will get minus influence over the town will basically get unhappy with us. We build too close to them. So we're going to want to build a little bit of distance. Don't want to go too far away because we don't have to have our trucks drive further than necessary. But yeah, we want to. It's a little bit too close. But yeah, we want to not have to drive our trucks any further than we have to. So that's the lumberyard. Now these are the harvesters. So these are the kind of parts of the lumberyard that will actually be processing the logs. For now, we're going to start with 2. The more you have, the more it's going to cost you to keep them running, but the more they're going to produce. We're going to dirt road up this part. Oops, that's a terrible Actually, no, tell a lie. Not the neatest road I've ever built, but never mind. I can't bother to go and delete it. And we can dirt road all around there. Now, the urban roads are more expensive, but the trucks will move faster on them. The dirt roads, yeah, will work for this sort of thing. We don't have to worry too much about this sort of thing. So that's going to be producing some goods. Now, we wanted to be getting some cardboard happening, so we're going to be I'll remember eventually, we want a paper mill. That's what we want on the go. We don't want, of course, be building it too close to the city, so we'll build our paper mill over here. Now, we're gonna urban road these ones up for now. Lovely little crossroads for all of the trucks to worry about. So over on this building, we can set where it goes, so we can sell straight to the state. You don't get as much money for selling raw goods to the state as you do to shops, but it can be a way to get income on the go early on, if you like. So paper mill, we want you to be producing cardboard. So in here, you can set all the different things. It can make all sorts of different stuff. It'll take a while to get down towards deluxe books because you need a lot of different ingredients. Actually, I want to set that to cardboard. It's going to chuck out a bunch of stuff. But yeah, we want to set that to cardboard. So to make cardboard, we need the lumber, which is coming from there, and we need water. Now, for water, we're going to need a siphon, which is under one of these, not logistics, what am I doing? Water siphon, coastal stuff. Alright, so we can get a water siphon. This is a really nice little starting area I've got going on here. I am pleased. As starting areas go, this is quite a nice little thing. So we get the siphon placed down there, and then we can get the pumps along here. Water will quickly become the bane of your networks trying to get enough for everything, especially if you start go down the farming route. So that can then grab all the water. I put 3 pumps down. We don't need 3 pumps to run our... Oh, not quite got that corner correct. There we go. We don't quite need 3 pumps for one paper mill, but we will be expanding quite quickly. So you can go and get some of that on the go. Follow these little bars to see how long stuff is taking. We can get up to 5 harvesters from this. We don't really need it. It'll take a little bit of time to get everything started, but there we go. Right, so now that factory there is doing some stuff. That one there shall be making us some cardboard, and then we can choose our destination. We can go and commercial it into Ulgam. You can go and then sell that. Now, you can see down here we've got the trucks available. We can set up different routes, so if we're producing enough stuff, we can send it to 3 different destinations. We can use more trucks to send stuff around the map, and so on. For now, yeah, this is kind of all we have to worry about. It's, you know, a decent little network that we've got going on here. Everything's in nice one contained place. Where are you coming from? Wholesaler, you're going from... Oh, I think you're coming home from somewhere. Or are you... Where are you going to? Tilmcott? That's... I don't know where you're going from. Or you're... who knows? Yeah, so the towns themselves will decide on what they want to be doing on their own. Oh, our first deliveries! Our first delivery of cardboard is heading towards the hardware store, I would imagine. Over there, and plonk, 12,000... It's not 12,000 for like 3 cardboard boxes, just everything is done in units, if you like. So, yes, it's 12,100 per unit. You can see this little supply and demand bar. If I produce loads of cardboard, like if I go crazy producing cardboard, that starts filling up, then the price is going to start going down. So, we don't want to go too mad. Don't want to go too mad just yet, but... Because we're already producing one, I'm just going to speed it up just to get through this stuff a little bit quicker. We're already producing one every so often. That will then get dumped in, and then it will go down over time, and everything is okay. We could... Ooh, what does a carton... I don't actually know what a carton needs to start producing. A carton looks like a decent amount of money. Let's just go have a look, see what these other towns are doing, what these other towns are up to. So here we go. Longertby, I'm probably not pronouncing it correctly, but that's what it shall be called, has now got some farms going on. They've not really got much in the way of... It's got lots of flat land. I guess farming makes sense for them, really. Tilmcott's got some farms, they've got some apples on the go, and these guys are not really doing very much at the moment. We could send stuff, like we don't have to go and build stuff over in this corner. We can, I believe, just send stuff, you know, while we built over here, then send stuff over down if we were so inclined, but yeah, don't really need to at the moment. So the hardware store, shall we get we can find out what we need to get cartons being made. So we will then go and grab another paper mill over here. We'll keep it along this little line. That wasn't too close to the town, so we're okay to do so. Production carton, set that. So you are going to need... okay. So they need cardboard, and they only need cardboard, and that's it in terms of their goods. So what we might do is get... I've not built this very well whatsoever. I do apologise, but this is me building stuff, so what did you really expect? Right, so we've got paper mill 1 on cardboard. That one there's going to be on cartons, but my plan is, because we're going to need more cardboard, if we destination that... Cause the only thing we're selling at the moment is that lot of cardboard, so we will get selling... We'll keep selling that to make some money, and then get the second one working for all of that. Paper mill 3, so you can get... Actually, if we just... we'll just have 2 trucks on both of those. We don't really need more than that for now, because that's going to start filling up with water and logs quite quickly. So this then can destination to that paper mill there. So we'll cut that down to 1 for now, because we've probably got enough going on, and they can go and send some stuff to the new place. Perfect, and that's the two highly requested stuff. And the cartons, you know, are going to be worth a decent amount. They have to go through more stages. In general, the more like processes, the more stages something has to go through, the more money you're going to make from it at the end of it all, as you would expect. Another cardboard truck on the go. Have we got... have I set you up to go... yes, you're set up to go to the right place. Takes 15 days to make 1 unit of cardboard. How many units do you... Okay, it only needs 1 unit of cardboard to then make 1 unit of carton. Yeah, it takes a little while to get things started. And like everything down here is going to be in the red for a while we get set up. It's just, you know, how it's going to happen, because we're going to be spending a lot on building factories, we're going to be spending a lot on upkeep, and we haven't quite got all of the processes on the on the go fully yet. Come on, get those cartons made. I mean, if we get like 1 carton like per month, I guess, happening, then... Oh, I haven't actually chosen a destination. 1 carton a month happening, that's going to make a fair amount of the losses back, essentially, because that's going to be a big old chunk of money. And now we're starting to get this little town a bit busier. I'm amazed that it hasn't... Okay, 31 grand. That's more like it. That is more like... Considering monthly it's 32 grand upkeep, essentially, on the buildings. The vehicles are a couple of grand each, which is not too bad. Yeah, this month we are in the green. We are making money. Everything is producing enough stuff. Happy days. Happy days. And then this town here will hopefully start expanding. I'm just curious to see. I have put town like generation on very high again, just to kind of get everything happening as quick as possible. With this, you can kind of sort of slow stuff down, so you have to work harder and you know, more for various things. But I am choosing to be a little bit lazy. There we go. Net income 39 grand. Damn, the cartons are doing it. Cartons are doing brilliantly well. Right, so that's just a nice little neat production system that we've got going on. Shall we expand into oil? If in doubt. Although, actually, do any of these are the construction goods? They want some dye, so we could get some dye on the go as well. Maybe we'll build up over in these hills around the flat land. Okay, so for dye, I believe that is made at a textile factory. So if we just plop that up there for now. So for... Oh, actually, no, sorry. It's... yeah, it is made in a... Okay, so yeah, we want the dye in the first place. The dye needs berries and water. Okay, we can do that. To get berries, we're going to want a farm. I would believe it would be in a crop farm. So if we then... crop farm up. Yeah, I guess we might as well have crop. We'll just put the crop farms next to the big factory. I'm sure there is nothing possibly could go wrong with that in any way, shape, or form. Production. Ooh, maybe it isn't in one of these. I thought it was. Or maybe it might be one of these things that we can't... Or was it plantation? Okay, maybe it was a plantation that we wanted, not that. Thankfully, we can delete stuff, and we should be okay. Production, berry field, there we go. Okay, sorted. Right, add some fields around. Oh, put it the wrong way around, though. Can we rotate you once we've placed you? I don't think we can. I've been an idiot. Whoopsie. Building construction. Get you facing the right way this time around. Then we will eventually get the berries online. That's the ticket. Right, and then we can fill up with berry farms around this one. Doesn't really matter where specifically they go. Can we? I guess we can go and fill up the whole valley with berry farms. Sure. Works for me. That's fine. We will then go and truck that a lot over to there, and then we will have big road down to that part. Right, and then we're going to need to send the destination. You can go to textile factory. Just worry about that. Oh, get rid of road. You will then be going to commercial. The which one was it? Was it the? Okay, well, I think it was this one, not the wholesaler. Sorry, it was construction goods. Yes, rather than off to the hardware store. So destinations, commercial, construction goods 1. Perfect, but then we're going to need some more water. So, destination, another destination for this, you can run up to the textile factory. Now this is 76 tiles, not too bad in terms of distance here. They're going to send those trucks over to there fairly quickly, because we've got a decent supply of water happening at the moment. It's not actually got any... I guess we could probably add a couple more harvesters down here. It's not got any like in storage anymore, so we will fill all of that up. So remember this quiet little town that we started with? In, well, 15 or so minutes, the quiet little town that we started with has got all of these trucks running through it, going to various locations. Wow, last month we made 74 grand. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot indeed. Now, plantation... oh, of course, I forgot plantation needs water as well. Christ. We're going to need some more water then. We are going to need some more water happening. Can we get a siphon? Does it work over here? Does work, I hope, on these little puddles. Sure, nothing could go wrong with that. We are not too close to the city either. Oh no, it has got to be on close coast tiles. Damn it. It's worth a try, I guess. Demolish the water siphon. Ooh. I guess we're just then going to have... I guess we have to have it down here, aren't we? Actually, to be fair, let's go and try... Because we can do wholesaler. We can... choose the destination. So we can buy water. So if we're struggling to get water ourselves, we can buy water from the wholesaler. Now, yeah, that's going to cost us money, but it's cheaper in some instances. It might be cheaper to buy from there than it would be to build a whole thing, you know, because we're only buying sort of per unit. We'll produce it better ourselves, but it works. Basically, that can fill up our little berry farm, and there we go. So that will be on the work, that will be building, and then we wait a little bit. Again, we'll keep the fast forward going on. Now, if we want to be moving stuff around quicker, you know, the trucks we're fine with when we're just building, you know, in this little area. When we're just building stuff for Ulgum, we don't really have to worry about... how come some of our trucks are faster? No! The trucks from the wholesaler are better than ours. FailRace Industries, this will not do. We must do better than that. We need better... I don't know if you can upgrade trucks. Possibly, at some point. God damn, we're being outmatched by the town's vehicles. Not good. Not good for a normally racing channel. But, there we go. Oh, we actually made an income last month. Last month we did make 10 grand, despite buying actually, no, maybe we didn't buy anything last month. Okay, that might explain stuff then. maybe, yeah, that would explain some stuff. But yeah, either way, there we go. So we've got 31 grand coming in still from the cartons. We've got 10 grand coming in from every so often for the dye, and we're keeping the supply and demand and so on relatively good. In fact, we're probably going to be able to could make more dye, so we could probably get another textile factory happening, although we can't. Water. Water is going to be the problem, because that's got a lot of pumps, but I don't think it can't go to more than 3 destinations. So I can't send that actually, I think you can. Tell a lie. I think we can. Let's try this out, shall we? So if we were to then get a warehouse... Ooh. Hello, warehouse. So, here is the plan. What we're going to do is we're going to warehouse... This is a massive warehouse. So we're going to have a warehouse on the way in. Thank you. Warehouse on the way into the town. These town folks are not going to be too pleased with me. So the warehouse can... I cannot send... I was hoping that was going to send to a wider area. Although I guess, to be fair, so here's what we can do. So rather than the textile factory up there, what we're going to do is send to the warehouse. So it's going to paper mills and then go to the warehouse. That will then gather up the gathered goods. Oh, we'll give it a second to get stuff in. So yeah, once that's got some stuff going to the warehouse, we will then hopefully be able to send it to a... how do we choose? Yes, I want to select you, and I don't... Bugger! This is the problem with... if we then... Hold on. This is the problem when you start playing around with stuff that I haven't touched before yet. Oh, no, not oil. Didn't want oil. We want water. Water, there we go. Okay. Can we then... Oh, no, that's gathering it in a different way, and I don't want it to do that. I don't want you to actually be buying water for us. Oh, go away for a second. Right, let's get rid of... No. Don't want to click on that. I want to click on the cross, goddammit. That is what we want to do. Okay. Destination. That's where we click on the plus. Sorry. Choose water. Right, so then we can ship that up to a new textile factory. I'm learning. We're figuring stuff out. So now when we get another textile factory up here, we can get more dye on the go. More dye, we can make more money, and then, oh, we've still got a road selected. I'll remember that one as well eventually. So, destination, we can send that then to the... Oh, we have to set that to what it's making, because we don't want it to be making fabric at the moment. We want you to be working on dye. There we go. Set that. Destination... factories, factory 2, so 2 trucks going there, 2 trucks going there. I could probably do 1 truck to each, to be honest, with the amount that we have got working. Destination 2, choose that, right. Factories, we want to go to dye factory 2. Send a couple of trucks out of there for now. Right, so that's how you can kind of expand and send stuff a little bit further. Got there in the end. So with this siphon, now we could use this warehouse and actually then send up towards that farm as well. We don't have to worry too much about relying on water, potentially, if we were wanting to. That's producing, that's got plenty of excess stuff hanging around, that's going to have enough excess stuff as well. And there we go, we've kind of got our little, we've got so much wood being, no, why is that angry at me actually? I thought that was because it got stuff in storage, but maybe not. Transport problems, water, transport problem, cardboard is lacking storage space, the paper mill don't care. Paper mill is lacking storage space at the... Yeah, okay, that's fine. The lacking storage space, I can deal with it, because it just means we're producing more than we can use. That's fine. That's not got any cardboard. Why has that not got any cardboard? Is it just stuff? Okay, it's not. We're not quite. We could do with probably producing more cardboard, basically, to get into there. And is it producing stuff? I think it might just about be producing, yeah, enough. That's producing one at just about the same rate that that's producing one at. So that's all fine. What are these guys? Player influence. Town prosperity is growing. My player influence is positive. Things are going well for Olgum. I am slightly disappointed that they haven't started expanding more on their own. Shall we have a look at the other places? How are they going? Aside from the initial builds, these guys, I don't know if they've expanded too much. Yeah, we're going to have no influence down here, of course, because we've not done anything for these guys. These have got still got their apple farms happening, and Winterth, however you want to pronounce it. Make it up, doesn't matter. They've not done a huge amount. We should probably get some like farms or something, some food. Not that there's anywhere to sell food down here, so I guess maybe there's not so much point. Yeah, that's a basic look at rise of industry. I could spend a long time just sort of gradually expanding and messing around on a game like this. It looks fantastic. And I should point out, the version I'm playing is still an alpha version. It comes out on early access on the 9th of February. And yeah, there's a huge amount to do already. It looks fantastic, runs very well. I haven't come across any problems, any bugs and so on, despite this being an alpha. Of course, being early access, there may well be stuff. I mean, you can see in these building menus and so on, there's still stuff coming soon. Industry, pollution management, industry parks, there's homestead, greenhouses, all of this stuff here. More buildings are coming soon. There's still a fair amount of intricacy that can go on to building the stuff that is there at the moment. I'm just doing, a couple of steps. So we get farms to make dye. But there will be some of the buildings, some of the things that you will need to do. If we just go and grab just to quickly show you, for example, heavy industry, a home goods factory, and let's just plot that down. A lot of money, but it doesn't matter too much. This, for example, if we go towards refrigerator, let's say we wanted to make a refrigerator. So that's a fairly high-end thing. So worth a lot to sell. To make it, we'll need steel, we will need chemicals, and we will need electric wire. To make steel, we're going to need iron and coal, so we'll need factories producing that. Chemicals, we will need probably oil and various other things around, maybe the gas or whatever. Electric wire, we will need copper, and that copper will have to go into somewhere to make the wire. The copper will go into the glassworks, make wire, and then that'll have to ship around here. So, if you want to make one unit of refrigerators, you need to go through a big, long, complicated process. And the more stuff they add, the more combinations of bits and pieces you'll need. And yeah, there's so much potential in this. So much potential for this being even better than it is. As it stands at the moment, it's massive amounts of fun. And I've only kind of just about scratched the surface with what we are doing here. Yeah, I recommend a look at this one when it comes out. That, though, is going to be it from me. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.